Alright, today we're going to work on cleaning out the bolt holes for the heads, and install these SpeedMaster studs. I know there's some people that question whether they're good, whether they're bad. There's mine and the part number. I haven't even taken these out of the package yet or really looked at them, but that's what we're going to install. I do highly recommend this book as well. This thing pretty much lines out how to take your LS apart and how to put it back together, with pictures and tips, and all the torque specs are on the back. Let's flip to, it's got really helpful. I've never built an engine, not really a mechanic, but I like to think I can figure it out. So there's those. I'll show this a little bit later. I'll piece the video together. I got this from Amazon, I believe. M1120 to clean the threads in here. I've already done this one. I'm working on this one. I hate doing this with everything open, and hopefully particles don't fall down into the, so I'm real careful. I think ideally what I would want is just to be able to put this all the way in by hand without any snags. And then I've done the first hole at least 3 times. Pull this back out, take the air to my thread cleaner here, and then I took the vacuum and sucked all the stuff from the hole. Then I'll turn the engine over and blow it out. So I don't want to blow it out upright. Everything will land back on top of it. But let me finish doing this one. We'll pull it out and take a look at it. One thing to remember, to back it off another round, go back in. That'll help catch the particles inside the grooves. One thing I did do, because I was trying to figure out like how deep these things really were, because I didn't want to crank on it, but I took a magnet, put down inside there, kind of measured it, see how deep it was. I also took a pencil, I know, real mechanic like here, just to see how deep it was. And then I knew to the bottom of my 2, I knew how deep that should go. There's some oil down in there, so I gotta take the brake cleaner, and once I flip it over, I'll take brake cleaner and spray in the holes, and then take the air. And I want to make sure these things are 100% clean, because you get something down in there and go to torque down your bolts, yeah, you could crack the block by doing that. So I'm going to spend quite a bit of time cleaning these out. So this is the second time. Like I said, I'm very careful. Not a whole lot on there. A couple of the baby pieces. But if you didn't have this tool, can't get one, you could take the factory bolt and cut grooves down there. Take your grinder and cut grooves down it on 180 degrees from each other. So you put 2 grooves down it. This one has 4. But you could put 2 on your factory bolt and use it as a cleaner, but definitely clean out these holes. Alright, back. Got all the holes cleaned out. Took forever just because I went through them 2, 3, 4 times. Vacuumed it out, flipped it over on its side, sprayed it with brake cleaner. A bunch of stuff came out of a couple holes. A couple holes had a little bit of oil in them from when I took the head gasket off, ran down into the hole. So these are the head studs. I marked them. I don't know if you can see. You see the black marker mark there. Kind of marked them so I kind of knew how deep it actually go, and it won't go all the way down in the hole. You might be able to see the black mark there. It's right at the top of the hole. Probably can't see it over here, but anyways, they go all the way down like they should. Some people say back them back out like 1/8 of a turn, so I might do that. We'll see. Then I've got the BTR head gaskets. There's the part number for that. This is a 5.7 liter LS1 from a 2001 Corvette. So this says front, fairly foolproof. I probably should put these down on there before the head studs. So it's going to take a little finagling. There we go. Wasn't too bad. Obviously that hole's blocked off, but you can see that we got the hole there for them. What else I did is I was looking online, and you can look up the ARP versions, and the bottoms are like hatched where they're rough. So I took 60 grit sandpaper, took this crosshair, pretty much rubbed off the black. You see that side's black. Can't really see how rough it is, but hopefully that'll grip the head and won't allow the washer to spin and throw your torque specs off. I did it to the little ones too a little bit, although they won't be as torqued as much. Sprayed all these bolts off with a brake cleaner. I'll post a picture of, like, I'm following instructions from the ARP bolts because these did not come with instructions, which is odd, but probably what you get for what you pay for. I did get a big crank harmonic balancer crank bolt that comes with some ARP assembly, so I think I'm going to use some of it just underneath the washer, or on the nut between the washer and the top of the washer, I guess, to put on there. We'll show you that here in a few minutes. Alright, I wanted to show these head studs with the nuts on there. There's lube on the threads, the ARP torque lube on the threads, and then on the bottom side of this nut. So between the nut and the washer there's lube, but underneath the washer that contacts the head, that's the sanded part of the washer that I did. So you'll notice when you turn this that it makes it easy for the threads, the bolt to turn, but the washer under it, you can see that is not moving. It's kind of gripped into there's 25. So torque these 25, 50, and then 70, and worked on the other side, so hoping I have luck with this side. Here's kind of what they look like, the smaller ones on this side. Then you got the ones down in there as well.